Hello everybody, my name is George Tsai. I'm here to show you the basic operations of the new FUZE TI timecode generators. Here I have the FDC timecode generator display, as well as the compact bundle with the front lit LED installed. So I'll begin with the battery compartment, which you can access by removing the two thumb screws right here. So inside you will see the power switch and the menu navigation switch. In the center, there's also a USB port in the event that there is a firmware upgrade or someone decides to add, odd frame rates, say like 48 frames per second. To install the batteries, there's a sticker right here up inside that shows you the direction with the positive going in that direction. The display uses 4 AA batteries, and when you turn on the slate for the first time, it'll show all 8s just to verify all the segments are still working, and then switch over to your standard 58 minutes marker. To change all the different settings in the front, you use this menu navigation. It's pretty intuitive as you operate it while looking at it. You can easily move the cursors left and right, and then you use the switch up and down to change all the different values. Now, to access the different menus, you push the menu navigation down in the center. So when you do that, it'll switch to next to the user bits. So here you can set whatever you want. A lot of people like to put the dates and whatnot, but you can put anything from 0 to 9, A through F in each of the digits individually. Next, after you have your frame rate settings. Now, the frame rate settings are saved between power cycles, so whatever you last had it set, it will remember that on the next time you power up the unit. And you can easily use the directional switch to change all the different values in here. So we'll go with the common here in the US. In the next menu you will see is syncing. Now this is the jamming mode. You can use jam it to your sound device recorder from another slate, a different generator, like a locket box. You can once it picks up the signal, it'll automatically read timecode and switch to the run mode. And then after this mode, you have external sync. Now this mode will display whatever timecode is fed. It doesn't run on its own internal clock, so once you disconnect the timecode, it will stop until it receives a valid timecode again. So whatever's coming in, it will display. Now you can jam the display with using 1/4 inch or the 5-pin LEMO. So you can use your standard timecode cable that you used for the Denny keys and ambient devices and hook it up directly to here, or you can also use the 1/4 inch. So I will display brightness is right here, so you can change display brightness fairly easy with this knob just by turning it. Now to start the timecode generator running, there's this button right here. It's an external button. So all you have to do is push this once, and there we go. You will see it running. Now, I'll show you later is when you clap it and you push the button again, it'll show you the last time clapped. So you also have external battery power option, which I will show you right now with this guy. So on this display, I will power it with a V-mount battery. You're going through D-tap cable. So this plugs in right here. You can even lock it down so it doesn't fall out. And it easily powers this display. Now, an easy way for you to sync a slate is when you power it up. If it detects a timecode signal, it will automatically jam to that timecode signal based on the last frame rate that you have saved in the setting. Now, the 1/4 inch input output is tip, ring, and sleeve. The tip is incoming timecode, and the ring sends a timecode out. Now, a lot of people will have mono cables, which you can easily sync devices with as well. So I have a mono patch cable right here. And all I need to do is plug this guy in all the way to the end. And then on the generator, you can do the fairly well-known one-click out trick, which is you put it all the way in and you pull it until you have one click out. And now this guy is sending, the tip is connected to the ring of the output on that 1/4 inch. So when you power this guy up, it'll automatically detect the time code and sync. Now you'll notice that it flashed briefly the frame rate that was previously saved in the slate, just to so you can double check you're on the correct frame rate. Now while the slate is running, when you clap the clapper, you'll notice the front bar LED turns itself off, and the display is also off. Now when I press the external button, it will show the time that at which the time code was last clapped, and when you press it again, it will you can turn it off. Open back up, and you have the time code running again. Now for the external sync mode that I mentioned earlier, you will have to power up the unit without your timecode signal connected. And from the menu button, navigate to external sync. And once you're there, you can connect up your external timecode, and it will display whatever timecode it is being fed. Now you can continue operating this slate like you normally would, while ingesting the timecode from the generator and not using its own internal clock. There is one thing that's not really mentioned is when you navigate to the sync menu and you press the right on the menu navigation, it will show you the firmware version number on your display as the last 4 digits. Now, on the back of the slate, there is a quick reference guide that tells you all the menu layout and how to do some of the basic operations as well. Now, one thing I forgot to mention, you have 2 LEDs on the back side here. The LED on the bottom tells you that the unit is powered, and the LED on the top is low battery indicator. That's pretty much it for this basic operations. If you have any more questions, feel free to let me know. Email us, contact us on one of our social networks. Thanks and have fun.